All right, here we are to go over the Unit 5 study guide. So get your study guide out, get your pencils ready, and be ready to pause, make corrections, ask questions. Now is your time to understand before the test. Question number 1. Two sides of a triangular tile measure 3 inches and 4 inches. Circle the length or lengths that could be possible sides for the third side. So the question is, could you have a 3, 4, 5 triangle? Yes, you could, because 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 is greater than 5. Same with 3, 4, and 6. But if you had a 3, 4, 7, then that would not work, and a 3, 4, 8 would not work. So you should have circled 5 inches and 6 inches, because both of those would make triangles. Number 2, what is true about the triangle? So we talked about this in class. Here's our smallest angle, which means this would be our smallest side. And then we have our medium angle, so this would be our medium side. And then we have our largest angle, so this would be our largest side. So if we look at our choices, we see that AB, I suppose we should label this A, B, C. So AB is the smallest. So according to choice A, AB is the smallest. And if we look at choice C, AB is the smallest. So we can eliminate B and C. And then if we look at the medium one, that would be line AC. So AC should be 7. And then BC should be 8, because that's the longest. So choice A is the correct answer. Number 3, we are looking for the missing angle. We know that right here is a 90-degree angle, and then the other angle is 52, so we add those two together. And then we have to subtract that from 180. And so our missing angle would be 38 degrees. Which equation could solve the area for a triangle? So we know the formula is A equals 1/2 BH. The base would be 24 and the height would be 7. So we don't even really have to solve it, we just have to figure out which equation is correct. We know that 25 is extra information, so we can eliminate choice A and choice B. We also know that after we multiply the base and the height, we would have to divide by 2 or find half of it. So letter C is the correct choice, and we can eliminate D. Number 5, which equation could solve for the area of a parallelogram? And we know that to find the area of a parallelogram, the formula is A equals BH. So in this parallelogram, 8 and 4 make a 90-degree angle, so 8 is the base and 4 is the height. So 8 times 4, and that equals 32. So letter C would be the correct choice. Number 6, find the area of the trapezoid. Our formula is A equals 1/2, and then in parentheses B1 plus B2, and then times the height. So in this trapezoid, B1 and B2 would be 7 and 4.5. Remember that you always have to line up your decimals. So 7 is a whole number plus 4.5. So that gives us 11.5 in parentheses. And then that would be times the height, which is 3. And then we'd have to find half of that. So 11.5 times 3. 5, carry the 1. 3 plus 1. And 3. 1 decimal in the question. 1 decimal in the answer. And then our final step, after we multiply those, would be to divide by 2. So 34, running out of space, 34.5 divided by 2. 1 and 2, subtract, bring down, 7, it's 14, subtract, running out of room again. 0, bring down, 2 is 4. We can always add another 0 after our decimal place, so we have another digit to work with. So 17.25, and whatever that was, feet or centimeters or whatever it was, squared, would be our answer. Number 7. The sign shaped as a triangle has an area of 75. So we know that the area equals 75. If the height is 15, how long should the top edge be? So we know the height is 15, and we know the area equals 75, so we're looking for what this could be. A big mistake that I saw people making is that they were saying 15 times 5 equals 75, so they thought it was 5. But if I put 5 here, that would not be long enough because we have to divide by 2. So it's not going to be 5, it's going to be 10. 10 times 15 is 150, and then 150 divided by 2 is 75, and that's what our area equals. So the correct answer would be 10. Number 8, a rectangular prism shown will only be filled to 1/4 of its capacity. And we know that when we have fractions and we say of, it means multiply. So we have length times width times height. 6 times 3 times 4, and then we would want to find 1/4 of that. So letter B would be the correct choice. Number 9, again, it's a rectangular prism, and we know that the volume equals 36. So we need to know what the height is. The length is 6, the width is 3, and we don't know what the height is. So 6 times 3 is 18, and 18 times what equals 36? 18 times 2. So the height would equal 2 feet. Number 10, find the area of the shaded region. So first you have to find the area of the outside box, 9 times 14, because area equals base times height. Then you have to find the area of the inside square. So 5 times 5. And then you'd have to subtract the outside minus what you're taking out of the inside. So that would give you 101 meters squared. Number 11, find the area of the triangle. A equals 1/2 BH. So 1/2 times the base times the height. Base times height is 88 times 1/2 would be 44 centimeters squared. Number 12, find the volume of the rectangular prism. Volume equals length times width times height. So 11 times 5 times 6. 11 times 5 is 55. And then 55 times 6 would be 330. So 330 centimeters squared. Number 13, Jamie is going to buy sod to plant a new grass in his rectangular garden. His yard measures 25 feet by 8 feet. So we first need to know how much he's going to plant in his yard. So 25 times 8 would be 200, what is that, feet. Okay, but then the question goes on to say they're going to charge him $1.30 per square foot plus an additional $200 to put the sod down. So 200 square feet times $1.30 per each square foot. So we'd have to multiply those two out, and we'd have to put our decimal in, so that'd be $260. But then we also have to add the $200 for them to come and install it. So that would cost a total of $460. And the last question, John is going to make his back patio bigger. He's going to make a new patio with the dimensions twice as large. So over here I've drawn the new one. it will be 48 by 32. And then the old one is shown below. How much greater is the area of the new patio? So we have to find out the area of both patios. 24 times 16. And then we also have to do 48 times 32. So we'd have to do 24 times 16, which gives us 384. And then we'd have to do 48 times 32, which gives us 1,536. And then to figure out how much greater the new one is, we'd have to subtract 1536 minus 384 would give us 1,152 feet. Are those feet? Oh, yeah, feet squared. Okay, so that completes your study guide for your Unit 5. Make sure that you've made corrections, make sure that you're asking questions, and make sure that you take that home to study tonight. Good luck on your test.